Hey guys, we're continuing the story, so let's get back into it. Cue the cue the character. So after them walking in this very long corridor trying to find this song, very stupidly made, even though I'm lost, even though I'm found, I will find my way back home by inventing. Lyrics constantly changing through every hour of the song was very confusing to Jameson and Christopher. Until they finally found who was singing it, and who was singing it was a bit of a surprise to both of them. It was what looks like a metal robot. And before he could sing another lyric, Christopher interrupted him because they didn't want to hear anymore, saying, oh, hold up, don't sing anymore, wait, hold up. What are you doing? Why are you singing? And what are you building? Looking at the fact that he's fixing his leg. And that's when this robot, instead of fighting them, they were both getting ready to attack. If he ever had any physical problems, well, he had issues with, not trying to not attack. As they've seen from multiple things here. This robot, not other than just being by himself, he was also very happy and chipper. Saying, oh, you must be the newcomers. I've heard so much about you. Well, at least how much have you guys been here? And Jameson and Christopher was very confused. Confused in the way of the older brother saying, well, Jameson, saying, what do you mean? We only been here for probably, I don't know, 3 days or so? Actually, it's been 2. And how do I know? Is because you have made a giant impact coming in. So far, you fought the cybernetic bird bull. I like to call him that myself. Really, you fought the solar eclipse star beast, and you also fought a misty war. Sorry, it's hard to say this creature's name. Misty whatever. Just call them Misty Warfers, okay? That's what I like to call them because their name is so goddamn difficult. And you found me. Don't worry, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not really I was never really built for fighting. And the older brother, feeling that this person was very in a talkative mood than any of the others, he decided to ask him a few questions, rushing everything. Where are we? What happened to us? Where's this place? And why is everything so aggressive? And you're like, whoa. Okay, I see you're confused like all the others. I'll tell you what happened. Most likely you were created by someone who didn't want you no more and threw you here in the dark box. Both of them were very confused, and where he elaborated more. The dark box is kind of like not really a prison like any of us can escape. It's just that we don't know where the exit is, and it moves every single time, so there's no real way we know how to catch it. And also, there's only one. But yeah, the dark box is pretty much like I guess you can say a prison of sorts, where they throw the things that people who create us throw us here when we seem useless or not what they wanted or anything. Like for instance, that boar guy you fought the first time you came here. Well, here's a little thing. That guy was actually made by a god in another multiverse. Yeah, not very happy after being thrown in here. And all of them, most of the people you fought, have been created by some scientist or deity or god or whatever. Me, I was created by scientists, obviously. And got thrown here. Both of them were very confused, and they told him the whole entire story of how they got here and their events. And he was surprised. He's like, wait a minute. So you're saying that you were not thrown here, but somehow you got here on accident? Now, that's interesting. Luckily, I mean, sadly for you guys, the only person who knows where the exit is and apparently knows how to catch it for you to leave never lets anyone leave. And he knows about your guys' existence because, like I said before, you guys have made a giant impact here. Both of them were very confused and very worried and asked for more. And they said, and so he said, well, let me just elaborate for you. And that's when a wall opened up behind him and water splashed it out with another sea creature. Well, with a sea creature coming out. A female sea beast came out and said, oh my god, why do you always do these long-winded stories? Okay, listen here. This is very easy and very simple, okay? It's very simple. So this guy showed up here one day, became and then made himself king and ruler, and anyone who denies him, he has people to come here and kill them. So in other words, you're not leaving here at all, because he doesn't let anyone leave at all. By the way, how much he didn't say his name, my name is actually Reef Serpent, and I was actually abandoned by a sea goddess, so yeah. Also, his name is Clanker, but I like to call him Talker because that's all he does. Look at him very sternly. Both of them had a lot of things to say, but the lady said, oh yeah, I also heard about you guys' abilities as well. I've actually been telling him to make you guys something, and also, here's a little something. He gave the boy who can turn into anything that he touches and keep it in his body, and gave him a piece of her scale. And he let the kid touch her fin, allowing him to turn to a version of her. There, you guys are a little bit more equipped now with water. Hopefully it helps. Christopher said, okay, hold up. So, okay, I get the whole we're trapped here and everything. We are going to still escape, so we need to find this guy. What they were not surprised to hear him say. What do you mean help us with our powers? Oh, give it to him. He clicked a button on his arm and digitally made these type of watch armbands that did pretty much showed the powers that they had collected into their body. And also showed what it did for them. It was very helpful, and they said, well, we figured you were going to say that, so you're going to have to go to the fight arenas. And how much people have won, no one has ever escaped. He just traps them in cages. So, in other words, we're going to have to try and get the jump on him. And so, roughly saying that they should get some sleep, they agreed. But before they went to bed, the brother asked one more name. What is this person's name? And that's when she said, well, I believe his real name is Lewis, but since he took over this place, he's gone by King Darmu. And that is the ending of this part of the story. Sorry this took me so long. It took me a while to get the art style and figuring how these things were going to look like and stuff. So yeah. And there's a lot more art things I need to make for the story, so please bear with me with the story, but I hope you guys like this guarantee this further story. And by the way, you guys can go down and look for the rest of the parts. It's not that far down. So yeah, see you guys there. Crimson Thunder, out.